Alright, XENA says. You know what's gonna irk me? Oh, yeah, Mother, what is gonna irk you? Well, first off, so here's the first thing that's gonna irk me, or, well, that I shouldn't be irked over, is that, so I always do that in all my films, and I can't help it. So, you know how Google Android is not what we call worker friendly? You know, you can't work with it without double tapping every single tool there is. Like, they were like, alright, sorry. I always gotta do that in my films, and it's always gonna be that way. So you gotta double tap to get into settings. Double tap to get out of settings. Double tap to start a tool. Double tap to stop a tool. Double tap to get into the interweb. Double tap to get out of the interweb. Double tap to get into a website. Double tap to get out of a website. You know what? Why did Google set up it to be so unworker friendly? And someone's going to say, oh, well, you have to learn how it works. Yeah, I learned how it works by double tapping it sundry's times. You know. And you know, Mother, there's going to be someone out there who maybe watch this film who has a Apple iSpeaker with Apple iOS and will say, oh, well, I don't got a bind like that because I got Apple iSpeaker with Apple iOS on it. And you don't got to double tap on anything to make it work. I think that's probably bullshit, because I probably think that folks who have, you know, Apple iSpeaker probably got to double tap to get Google, to get Apple iOS to work, just like you got to double tap to get Google Android to work. I mean, come on. I mean, when you have Google Android as the running layout on your Wise Far speaker, you're mostly just shifting it to being a dumb speaker then. You know why? Because let's say you got to get into some tool. Well, you got to do double tap, tap, tap to either get into a tool. Double tap, tap, tap to get out of a tool. You got to do double tap, tap, tap to get into settings. Double tap, tap, tap to get out of settings. Or you gotta do double tap, tap, tap to get into a tool, to start a tool up, to get out of a tool. It's bullshit. Oh, it is. Well, at the end of the day, Mother, even if it is bullshit and some really bad setup that the folks at Google did when they made Google Android a running layout, they're like, what do folks like to do when they get Y speakers? I know, they like to double tap everything. They like to double tap to get into a tool, double tap to get out of a tool, double tap to start a tool, double tap to stop a tool, double tap to get into settings, double tap to get out of a settings, double tap to get into the interwebs, double tap to get out of the interwebs, double tap to get the Y speaker to do every single thing you want to do. But you want to shut it down or start it over again? Oh, you don't have to double tap for that, Gabrielle. You don't have to double tap for that. Well, you're right about that, Gabrielle. That's the only thing on a Google Android Y speaker that you don't have to double tap. If you want to make it, you know, shut down or start over again, you don't have to double tap. But you got to double tap if you want to get into the interweb, out of the interweb, if you want to get into settings, out of settings, if you want to start some tool up or stop some tool, you got to double tap, 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 tap. Yeah, you're right, Mother. You're right. Google Android is not as worker-friendly as some folks say that Apple iOS is. But I gotta believe that Apple iOS is I think that Apple iOS is as hard to work as Google Android is. But then again, I don't shit, fuck. But then again, I wouldn't know because I never had a Apple I speaker with Apple iOS. So your guess is good of mine. Hey, that's right, Gabrielle. That's right. Because the only Y speaker I ever had, was a Motorola, Y speaker with Google Android. So I won't know if the Apple iOS is more worker friendly than Google Android. So I'll never know. Anyway, I hope you like this film. And if you do, follow us over here at XENA Melinda Pappas. Playlist or share this film. Give this film a like. Hit that ringer if you want to know when we upload another upload or a live. I, XENA the Fighting Alderling, or XENA Pappas, or XENA Vinfipolis, or I, Gabrielle, or Gabrielle Coveton, or Gabrielle Poedia, and we'll see you later. Goodbye. Farewell. So long.